Welcome to Unstoppable Mind today. In this video, we uncover the secret strategy to achieving massive goals through tiny actions. Meet Daniel, a 32-year-old man who feels stuck in a loop of constant ambition followed by crushing and inevitable disappointment. Every single year, Daniel starts with high hopes, believing that this time things will finally be different for his future. He looks in the mirror and promises himself that he will completely transform his body, his mind, and his entire career. His goals are massive and impressive. He plans to exercise for an hour daily and read 50 complex books this year. The first few days are fueled by adrenaline and excitement. He pushes his body to the limit and feels incredibly proud. But by the third day, the initial burst of motivation begins to fade, replaced by the heavy weight of exhaustion. He looks at his running shoes with dread. The idea of running for an hour suddenly feels like a massive burden. This is the moment his brain begins to resist. It perceives this massive change in routine as a threat to safety. Overwhelmed by the pressure, Daniel skips one day, then two. Soon he is back on the couch feeling like a failure. He asks himself why he cannot stick to anything. He believes he is lazy, weak, and incapable of any real change. The problem is not his willpower. The problem is the strategy of relying on motivation to fuel massive, difficult behavioral changes. We often fail because we set goals that are too big. This creates immense pressure that our brains naturally fight against. One night, Daniel stumbles upon a revolutionary concept. The secret is not to try harder, but to make the task smaller. He discovers the solution is to start with tasks so small that they are literally impossible for anyone to fail at. Instead of intense exercise, the new goal is simple. He commits to doing just 2 push-ups immediately after brushing his teeth. Instead of reading a whole chapter, he decides he will read just 1 single page every day after eating his lunch. At first glance, these goals seem trivial. How can 2 push-ups or 1 page of reading possibly change a man's life? But this is the genius of the method. Small habits do not trigger the brain's defense mechanism or fear of failure. The next morning, Daniel finishes brushing his teeth. He remembers his promise. It is only 2 push-ups. It takes 5 seconds. He drops down and does them. There is no mental struggle, no procrastination, and no need to summon a burst of willpower. He stands up feeling successful. He has met his daily goal before he has even left the bathroom for the morning. After lunch, he picks up his book. He reads 1 page. It takes him less than 2 minutes to finish it. He closes the book. The task is done. There is no guilt about not doing enough, only the satisfaction of consistency. Day by day, the calendar fills with check marks. Daniel is building a streak, and his confidence begins to slowly grow. One evening, he comes home exhausted. He wants to collapse, but he remembers that his goal is only 2 simple push-ups. He gets down and does them instantly. He maintains the habit even on his worst day, keeping the momentum alive. Inside his brain, a new neural pathway is forming. The behavior is moving from the conscious mind to the automatic subconscious. In the second week, something magical happens. After doing his 2 push-ups, Daniel feels he has the energy for more. He does 5 more. Since he has already started, the resistance is gone. This is the secret power of starting small. The same happens with reading. 1 page often turns into 3 or 5. The hardest part was simply opening the book. It is like physics. The greatest amount of energy is needed to overcome static friction. Once moving, kinetic friction is lower. Daniel expands the strategy. He commits to drinking just 1 glass of water immediately after waking up to improve his health. The success ripples out. The 2 push-ups evolve into a 5-minute walk. Success breeds more success in a positive feedback loop. A month passes. His body has not transformed dramatically yet, but his mindset has shifted from self-doubt to self-trust. He no longer fears the process. He knows that as long as he does the minimum, he is winning every day. Friends invite him to join extreme challenges. He declines. He knows that slow and steady consistency beats intense bursts of effort. His journal shows the growth. The minimum is still 2, but he naturally averages 15 push-ups and 10 pages a day. Like a tree, the roots of his habits are growing deep. They are becoming resilient, capable of withstanding storms and stress. Then comes a terrible day. Work is a disaster and his stress levels are through the roof. He wants to quit, but his body takes over. Before he can rationalize skipping it, he is on the floor doing his 2 push-ups. The simple action breaks the cycle of stress. It reminds him that he still has control over his own actions. This is the power of the strategy. Even on your worst days, you never hit 0. You maintain your forward momentum. By month 3, Daniel feels ready to upgrade. He raises his minimum baseline slightly, but keeps it well within his comfort zone. The discipline spills over into his diet. He starts cooking simple meals at home, replacing fast food one step at a time. He finishes his first book. It took longer than speed reading, but he actually absorbed and enjoyed every single page. The stack of finished books grows. Knowledge is compounding. He is learning new skills that help him in his daily career. At work, his focus improves. The practice of daily discipline has trained his brain to stay on task without getting distracted. His prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for willpower and focus, is getting stronger like a trained muscle. He no longer spends hours debating whether to do a task. He has trained himself to simply start and trust the process. 6 months in, the transformation is undeniable. Daniel is physically fit, mentally sharp, and possesses an unshakable belief in himself. Looking back, the old Daniel seems like a stranger. The change happened so gradually that it felt almost effortless to him. He realizes that big goals are not achieved by big leaps. They are achieved by small, consistent steps taken every day. Never underestimate the power of the small. A drop of water, with enough time and persistence, can carve through solid rock. Daniel now shares his secret. He tells his struggling friend to stop trying to be a hero and start being consistent. The idea spreads. It is a solution for anyone who feels overwhelmed by the pressure of modern life and high expectations. To apply this yourself, first choose a task that is stupidly small. Second, anchor it to a habit you already have. Third, celebrate every time you do it. Fourth, focus entirely on the streak. Do not worry about results. Worry about consistency. A warning: do not increase your requirements too quickly. Let the expansion happen naturally when you have extra energy to spare. Daniel is now tackling his biggest dream, writing a book. He writes just 50 words a day, but he never stops. Months later, he has a manuscript. What seemed impossible became inevitable simply by showing up and doing the minimum work required. Now look at your own life. What represents your 2 push-ups? What is the smallest step you can take right now? Maybe it is writing 1 sentence of a journal, cleaning 1 dish, or learning just 1 new word of a language. Do not wait for tomorrow, next week, or next year. Motivation is fickle, but a micro-habit is reliable and permanent. Amateurs wait for inspiration to strike before they act. Professionals and winners get to work because their goals are manageable. Remember, the goal is not the push-up. The goal is to become the kind of person who never misses a workout. You are building an identity. Every time you execute a micro-habit, you are voting for the person you want to become. Your brain will stop fighting you. It will start working with you, automating your success and freeing up your mental energy. This energy spills over into your relationships. When you trust yourself, you become more present and reliable for the people around you. Time will pass anyway. You can either let it pass with regret or fill it with tiny actions that accumulate wealth. It applies to money too. Saving just a small amount daily creates a mindset of abundance and prepares you for investing. The compound effect is the 8th wonder of the world. It works for money, it works for health, and for knowledge. Even mental health benefits. 1 minute of meditation a day can reduce anxiety and teach you to control your wandering thoughts. While the world rushes and burns out, you will move forward slowly but surely. You will be the tortoise that wins. The fable was right all along. Consistency beats intensity. The unstoppable mind is not frantic. It is steady, rhythmic, and persistent. Daniel learned to love the process. He learned that the only bad workout is the one that did not happen. His day is now a symphony of good habits. They flow naturally from one to the next, requiring almost no effort. Let go of perfection. Perfection paralyzes you. Embrace the messy, small, imperfect action that you can actually stick to every day. Start small with kindness, too. One compliment, one smile. It changes how you interact with the world and how it responds. Your life is a universe composed of moments. Make each moment count by filling it with tiny, positive, and deliberate actions. He sleeps well at night, knowing he did what he promised. There is no greater pillow than a clear and honest conscience. And when the sun rises, he is ready to do it all again. Not because he has to, but because he is. Like a pawn in chess, you may move slowly, but you only move forward. And eventually you can transform into the most powerful piece. Daniel now teaches others. He shows them that they are not broken. They just need a better manual for their brains. Hope is restored. Not the false hope of a lottery ticket, but the grounded hope of a practical and proven strategy. Motivation is a fleeting feeling that comes and goes. Habit is a lifestyle that carries you through the storms of life. You are setting up a chain of dominoes. The first one is tiny, but it has the power to knock down giants. He revisits the place of his past failures. He does not feel shame anymore, only gratitude for the lesson that he learned. He keeps moving. The journey of self-improvement never truly ends, but it becomes a joy rather than a constant, painful struggle. So here is my final challenge to you. Pick one tiny thing. Do it immediately after this video ends. Just one thing. Write that single sentence. Do that one push-up. Drink that one glass of water. Prove to yourself that you can start. That small action is the seed of your new life. Water it every day with consistency and watch your potential unfold. True success is maintaining balance. It is about achieving your goals without losing your sanity or your health in the process. You are clearing the runway. Once you get off the ground, you will fly. But you must respect the laws of physics. An unstoppable mind is not a mind that never fails. It is a mind that never stops starting, no matter what. Daniel's goal for next year is simple. Keep going. He does not need a revolution anymore. He just needs his evolution. Be like the river. Flow around obstacles. Keep moving towards your ocean. Your destiny is waiting for you to arrive there. Small actions, consistent effort, disciplined mind, ultimate freedom. This is the path that Daniel walked, and you can walk it too. The day is done. The tasks are finished. There is a profound sense of peace in knowing you are on track. Step out into your life with this new perspective. The world is not something to conquer in a day, but to experience. History's greatest achievers were not superhumans. They were simply people who mastered the art of showing up every single day. You are capable of the same greatness. Trust the process, trust the science, and most importantly, trust yourself to take that step. These habits will carry you through your entire life. They will protect your health and sharpen your mind as you age. It starts with tying your shoes. It starts with opening the document. It starts with pouring the water. Just start now. Listen to your breath. It is steady. Like your breath, your habits should be continuous, essential, and automatic for your survival. Joy is the ultimate indicator of success. When you remove the pressure of perfection, you make room for joy to enter. Build a life that you do not need a vacation from. Build a character that you are proud to live with. One idea changed everything for Daniel. Today, Let that idea change everything for you. The power is in your hands. The storm has passed. The path is clear. You have the map. The only thing left to do is to walk. Walk with purpose. Let every small step be a declaration of your intent to live a better, fuller, and richer life. The world will keep spinning. Make sure that with every rotation, you are becoming a slightly better version of yourself. Improve by just 1% every day. Mathematically, you will be 37 times better by the end of the year. Daniel is proof. You are proof in the making. Your potential is limitless once you stop blocking it with impossible expectations. Join the movement of unstoppable minds. Join the people who are quietly changing the world by changing themselves first. Let your heart beat for progress. Let your mind focus on the process. Let your spirit soar with the freedom of discipline. We hope Daniel's story has inspired you to rethink your strategy.